Atissa, Patrick, representing A&S Electronics Limited, which is a locally owned Ugandan firm, been in existence for over 15 years and specializing in security equipment, electrical equipment, mechanical, and contracting of different services.
So, Mr. How did you come to know about Taiwan Trade Mission 2023?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. First of all, we would like to thank you for covering the media of this Taiwan Trade Mission. And I came to know about Taiwan Trade Mission through the internet, where the Taiwan Trade Mission Nairobi was sending us communications via the internet and our telephone calls and their telephone calls, and then WhatsApp. They were using those three platforms. They would call directly, send a WhatsApp, and then use an email. And then the Taiwan Trade Mission Nairobi had a link partner here with I think the East African Conference something association, which is here in Uganda, a locally owned Ugandan company. I think that specializes in linking up trade missions between outside Uganda and then trade missions coming to Uganda. So the two have been continuously contacting us via voice calls and then email. And as an office, the rhythm the Ugandan company was using, and then the Taiwan Trade Mission itself obliged us to come here on time and listen to the higher people that have been in trade and manufacturing for a long time.
So, as an entrepreneur, what opportunities are you looking forward to scoop from this mission? Which opportunities are you going to get as in?
This mission comes handy for our country, Uganda. As you know, His Excellency the President is spearheading in industrialization. And the reason why the government is spearheading industrialization is because industrialization creates a lot of employment opportunities. It employs a lot of professionals of different skills. It takes away our country from being dependent on other countries, where production is made here and Ugandans enjoy goods that are manufactured within the country, and then test the quality of the children that they've taken to school. So this coming to the trade hub provides a lot of opportunities, especially for us as a company that has been in existence for 15 years, that is looking at industrializing, moving into the next sector, that is business diversification, going into manufacturing and going into large-scale trading. This mission has brought factories that are in charge of producing the items that we've been importing from Dubai. Some of them we've been importing them from China, some of them from South Africa. Now we are with the real manufacturers. So it gives us an edge. One, on price differentiation, where here we are discussing with the manufacturer. We enjoy better prices. We no longer now have to buy from brokers or middlemen. Secondly, it assures us of quality for our customers, where our customers are able to get quality. And then thirdly, there is human resource training, because the factory then will train our resource personnel on the best practices of these different solutions and then workings. For example, we have here a factory that manufactures the water solar heaters, and you know the country itself is attending the climate change in Nairobi. The country Uganda is attending, and this is an initiative to preserve the environment. Now, as the company A&S Electronics that is into electrical and mechanical equipment, we've been discussing with the company on preferentials of we tell them we have land here, we have this number of middle-income middle-income Ugandans who can afford these solar water heaters. If we provided them land and we try to request for incentives from government, can they come and set up a small mid-sized company to begin with, And then because when the production is here, we enjoy like bubu, products are manufactured here, so there is first-hand contracts that we can get. Then also we looked at, we do mechanical equipment like gates, we looked at rollers here, and everybody has a sliding gate or a swing gate. So we're looking at all those possibilities. You've seen people lose their life over a gate that has broken, and when you look at the police investigative report, it shows that the material used to hold the gate was weak. So over time, it eroded and the gate fell and killed an adult, killed a child. All these are things that we're looking at for safety of our Ugandans and bettering services.
So as an entrepreneur, what are you knowing? There are also some challenges. So are there some challenges you as in you have seen as in from this project or?
The challenges could be diverse, but one of the challenges we have here is now finance. When we've talked to these factories or the companies, they have minimum orders. They have minimum orders. Minimum orders when you are asking for supply. You're not going to order or 10 units, 30 units, because these are factories or companies that are dealing with the entire world. We're talking about Taiwan. Quality is Taiwan, and Taiwan is quality. Most of you that have traveled, if you've been to Taiwan, you've been to other Asian countries, you know the quality of Taiwan. So we're having challenges of finance. We request the government, the trade missions, and the different government institutions concerned, and the banks, the commercial banks. We propose that next time there are trade hubs like this or trade missions, finance experts to come and assure our visiting visitors of supporting the local companies with finances. Otherwise, it would be somehow tedious for me to convince a factory that has worked for 70 years that I will be able to send $300,000, because virtually even our country it's known as being poor, or we have our GDP is very small, and all these are factors that are hindering. So we request the government to come in when these trade missions are organized to assure the visiting teams of the government support to the institutions that are presenting. They need opportunities or partnerships with these companies, and the banks themselves to assure the factories or the companies that the different Ugandan companies are partnering with of their support to the companies with finances, and assuring the visitors that we won't run away with their products, because it's the first time meeting, someone cannot trust you, however much they would want to do business with you, but trusting becomes a problem. Then the other challenge is the beauty with now Taiwan people, they know English, so there's been good interpretation of understanding the different products, and the Taiwans themselves understanding the communication, they know English, but also would request the government to create a more relationship with Taiwan, because it's a world hub of business, and we can't rule that out, and their quality. We know the government has relationships with so many countries, but we request the government to include Taiwan into their radar of strengthening and increasing those ties. The other challenge is the Taiwan Business Center some years back was organizing trade missions into Taiwan, and our company A&S Electronics was sometime a beneficiary, where we sent 2 engineers to Taiwan to meet IT factories. So we would also encourage the Taiwan Trade Mission to bring back that strategy they had, where now they have a better way of evaluating companies, looking at how much tax companies return, the seriousness of the company, and then judge and then be able to, those costs were subsidized, still they can subsidize, or they can find a better way to handle them, so that we're able to go and visit those factories again and re-equip ourselves with knowledge.
So lastly, as in it looks like you have understood the theme of the trade mission. So which competitive advantage have you seen as you as an entrepreneur? Which competitive advantage have you seen which you are going to scoop from this trade mission?
Thank you once again. The competitive advantage I've seen is that experience is something that is very, very, very important. Companies that have come into these trade missions that have worked for 10 years, 10 years and above, we have a vast experience in the fields that we do. I've met Footsteps Furniture Company here. They were meeting people that make their products, and you'd see that when the visitors are speaking to a person who knows their product, they really know that this is a serious business person. So experience is a key perspective. I've seen it here that the companies are willing to trade, to partner, to do MOUs. Like we have about 2 or 3 MOUs we'll be signing on the last day tomorrow with the companies here, representing their solutions in Uganda and then in East Africa, and then making sure that we preach the gospel as we look at these companies opening base here. So experience is a key factor we've seen. Once the Taiwan companies are speaking to you and they understand what you are speaking and what they make, then the venture is positive. The other advantage is that we have is as a country is stable. The government has put security. It has also the other advantage we have is we have a liberalized economy. It's free entry and free exit, unlike other countries that have restricted markets. So we have a competitive advantage as a nation that people can trade what they want as long as they pay taxes, follow the necessary regulations. So that's also an advantage we have. We only pray for our economy to better so that money is in the hands of so many people, because if money is in the hands of so many people, the bigger the market, the bigger the expenditure, and the better everybody's wallet. The taxpayer's wallet, the wallet will be better. The company selling, the employees, their wallets will be better. And then the people doing different services, because people will have abundant money to spend.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr.
Mr. Atissa Patrick, and the company once again is A&S Electronics Limited, a company that is over 10 years that specializes in security apparatus, electrical equipment, mechanical, advisory, and contracting services. We would also want to thank our government that has put a favorable environment for the young, old, medium, for everybody to trade. You trade and the sky is the limit. And the lessons we've learned over time. We'd like to thank Ugandans who are also learning now to work, to be serious with work, and then understand that to survive we have to work. We also encourage Ugandans that we need to be honest. Honesty is a challenge that has killed our businesses. We are not honest to ourselves, to our own selves, to our own partners, to our own friends. So we need to learn the value of being true and honest. When we have that, then we can move.